Hey everyone, it's Lexi. So in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you all of the things that I got over the month of December. So this was a very big haul, I think my biggest one of the year. There's quite a lot of things in here. So I'm going to split it up into a couple different sections. I'm first going to do CDs, DVDs/TV shows, Funko Pops, and then books. So there's quite a bit of variety in here. Yeah, but this includes stuff from my birthday, Christmas, and all of that, and some things I got like during Boxing Day or Black Friday back in November. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started because it's going to be a long haul. So over this month I purchased 4 CDs. The first one was one that I ordered back a long time ago and it finally came now, and it is the Ally and AJ 10 Years EP, and it also comes signed here in the case as well. But I was a huge Ally and AJ fan growing up, and they had this package where you get a personalized autographed postcard, a t-shirt, and then an autographed EP as well. And it only has 4 songs in here, but I really like them. So it's Take Me, I Know, Promises, and The Distance. So I think my favorites on here are I Know and Promises. So I'm very happy that they're back. And so yeah, I was really happy that this came in the mail finally, because I feel like I've been waiting forever for it to come out. So yeah, this is one that I didn't think I would end up liking, but I heard a couple of songs on the radio of this and I really liked it, and it is Flicker by Niall Horan. And I was never really a big One Directioner. I never really was a fan of their music, but I really like his sound, I think, and his voice is really good too. So I was very pleasantly surprised with how much I really enjoyed this album, and I think my favorite songs on here are Too Much to Ask, Since We're Alone, and Fire Away. This album is just really good. I really like kind of the overall sound to it, the acoustic sound to it. I think it's very unique compared to like what we hear on the radio now, where everything's kind of electronic. So yeah, I was really happy with this, so I picked this one up and I just can't stop listening to it. This was also a new release for December, and it was I Don't Believe We Met by Danielle Bradbury, and I was in love with her first album, so when her second album was coming out, of course I had to pick it up, and I still think this one is growing on me. I haven't had a chance to listen to it a lot recently, but I know definitely when I'll be going back to school in January on my drive, I'll listen to it from start to finish. But I think my favorite songs in here are Hello Summer, Can't Stay Mad, Laying Low, and Sway. But I think I just need to listen to this a couple more times to actually get the feel of it. But yeah, I really like this album as well. And then the last one I picked up that I haven't listened to yet is the Pitch Perfect 3 soundtrack. Now I own all 3 of them, and I remember I was obsessed with Pitch Perfect when it came out, and I would listen to the CD like from start to finish. So I'm happy that I kind of completed my collection here with that. Like, I haven't even seen the movie yet, but I definitely, like, during my drive back to school, I'll be listening to these 2 as well, because I don't know, I haven't had a lot of time. I feel like I've just been really busy, so yeah, I just need to focus on these 2 right now, because I have, especially the Ally and AJ and Niall Horan ones, I've listened to a lot. So yeah, December was a very good month for CDs, CD buying, so yeah. So I also purchased a couple of Funko Pops over the course of this month, and 2 of them are, I guess like 3 are kind of Harry Potter related and 2 are miscellaneous. But the first one I got here is McGonagall from Harry Potter, obviously, so I have like a collection. My brother and sister always give me a hard time about them, but I really like them. They kind of just add some character to my bookshelf, so I got McGonagall, which I was really happy about. And then I also got the Hermione Time Turner one from Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, so in her outfit that she wears in that one too. So this will be my 3rd Hermione that I own, so if they keep coming out with more of them, I'm pretty sure I will buy them. So I'm very happy that I have another Hermione and then another McGonagall, or like a McGonagall, to add to my shelf there as well. And then kind of continuing on with the Harry Potter theme, I also got the Niffler from Fantastic Beasts, which is like my favorite animal that was on there. So yeah, I saw this one and it was like this one and another one were out of stock on Amazon, so when I saw that it was there, I was like, yes, finally back in stock, and it has its little coins in there as well. This was another one that was, like I said, that was out of stock for a while, and I was so happy that I finally was able to get my hands on it, and it is the cloaked Wonder Woman one, if that makes sense. So it's like her during when she's at the no man's land, when she has the hood on, basically is that in her Wonder Woman she has a sword. And I have the other Wonder Woman right here as well, so I have her cloaked one as well, which I'm really excited about, just to add that to my collection as well. And then this one was just like a fun Christmassy one, and it is Max from How Like the Grinch That Stole Christmas, with his little antler thing as well, which I thought was really cute and just add a Christmassy feel. So yeah. So moving on to TV shows and books, I'm going to first start out with TV shows because I do have a lot of them, and I got the complete collection of White Collar, which all of them are on Netflix, so if you want to go check it out, it's a really good series. There's only like a dozen or so episodes per season, so you can get through them very quick. But yeah, this is a show that my brother watched a couple years ago, and then as a family we watched it over the summer, and then I finished it back in October, I want to say. So I got the box edition. It just comes with all 6 seasons in there, so I'm happy to add this to my little TV collection that's always growing. So once I become like a fan of a TV show, I like to kind of own them, just in case they get off Netflix and all that. Like that's what happened with One Tree Hill back there and all that. So yeah, I'm happy to have this to my collection as well. So I've been very much loving Downton Abbey. I started it last month, and I'm halfway through season 2 right now, and I've been loving it. And I don't know why it took me so long to get to it, because I'm in love with it. So I got for Christmas from my parents seasons 3 through 6 of Downton Abbey, which I really am fairly happy about, because I own 1 through 2, so now I can watch the rest of the series. I really love it. I love kind of the historical aspect to it, and I think it's really well done in just terms of like being a period piece and all that. So yeah, I'm really interested. I've been spoiled with some of the things that happen in it because this show was very popular and it ended a couple years ago, so I already am kind of spoiled with some of the plot lines, but nevertheless I'm still very much interested in this storyline. So I'm really excited to kind of be able to continue on with this series, because I was like worried that I wouldn't be able to watch the rest of them, but lo and behold, I have all the collection now, so I'm very happy that I have a full set now. This is a TV show that my parents were obsessed with when it was on, and I didn't watch it until the 2nd season aired, so I'm all caught up with everything. But I also got the 1st season of This Is Us. Like I said, everyone's talking about the show, and it's really catchy, and they know how to get to you and pull at your heartstrings, and the hype around it, I think it's very well deserved. So I also got the 1st season for Christmas as well, which I was really excited about and all that. So like I said, I know it's on Hulu and it's on Netflix in Canada for some reason, but yeah, definitely check this show out. Like, you'll be obsessed. Like, it took me a couple episodes because I already knew the storyline behind it, but yeah, I really am like really into the show now. So yeah. So these were another couple TV shows that I also got. I also got the 8th season of Modern Family, Gilmore Girls, A Year in the Life, and then season 3 of Madam Secretary. And these are some of my favorite shows. We've been watching Modern Family for many years now, so I was really happy that I got these for Christmas. And then Gilmore Girls, A Year in the Life, although it's on Netflix, I do have the box set of season 1 through 7, so I'm happy that I have A Year in the Life. I was kind of want to go back and rewatch them for some reason. I've been really getting the urge, so I might do that later in January. We'll see. But yeah, and then Madam Secretary is another one of my favorite shows. It's all on Netflix up to season 3, and it's just a really good show. I think it has a lot of parallels to our political climate, but it's very kind of apolitical and between the Republicans and Democrats, if that makes sense. Like, they don't specifically call out certain parties, which I like. And so yeah, this is like a political climate that I like to kind of get distracted from, especially from everything going on now. So yeah, this one's just like a good distraction, and it's a really well done show, like all these. So yeah, I'm very happy that I have all these. And next, these were a mix of like birthday and Christmas movies that I got. The first one is Megan Levy, which I talked about in my November movie wrap up. But basically it's based on a true story about a woman who becomes a Marine and her relationship that she has with her canine dog. Don't watch the trailer though, because they basically spoil the whole movie, but I know this one's free on Amazon Prime and it's actually really, really well done. And me and my brother were like, oh, that movie really affected me, so I highly recommend you check this movie out. It was just really good. Next, I also got Spider-Man Homecoming, which I haven't seen yet, but I'm a big Marvel fan, and my brother said this is his favorite out of all the Marvels, so I have to watch it soon because I haven't watched it yet and I need to be caught up before Black Panther comes out in February, so this is definitely one I'll be watching very soon. This is one that I watched on Netflix that I really loved and I wanted to get my hands on. So this is one I picked up for myself, and it was a Kubo, I can never say it, Kubo and the Two Strings, which is like one of the stop motion ones, but it's also on Netflix too if you want to watch it. But it's basically, I think it's loosely based off of Japanese folklore, and I think it's good to go into this blind not knowing anything. So yeah, definitely like if you're on Netflix looking for a good film, even though it's a kid film, like it pulls at your heartstring and it's just really well done. So I highly recommend that you check this movie out. It is sad, I will let you know, but I really liked it, so I'm very happy that I can add this to my collection. And this is another one that I watched on Netflix, and I was never a fan of the first film in the movie. I've only seen that one, I haven't liked it, but I watched Bridget Jones's Baby, which was just fun. I really liked it for some reason. Like I said, I wasn't a fan of the first film for some reason, and I've never seen any of the other ones, but I really like this. I think you can watch this without watching the other ones. Like they do flashbacks to things that happened, and like there's like little things there, but this one's just a fun one that I do want to rewatch very soon. So I also got Crazy Stupid Love, which is something that I got from the library and I really, really loved, and I wanted to have a physical copy, so I was very happy that I got this one. But yeah, I'm surprised, like I really liked it actually. I was pleasantly surprised by it, because I remember this being advertised a couple years ago and I never really, I don't know, I didn't really think much of it, but it was actually really a lot of fun, and I want to watch it with my brother and sister because I think they will like it. And it's hard to separate Steve Carell from like Michael from The Office, so I was having a hard time with that, but once I kind of got past that, this is a really just kind of fun movie and it's really different. And then lastly, I also got Mrs. Doubtfire. This was again another movie that I watched, got from the library, and I really liked, and I've never seen it before, so again I'm very happy to add this to my Blu-ray collection. So yeah. So moving on to books, I do have a ton of books here, so I'm just going to go ahead and jump into it because we're going to be here forever. I'll try to keep the synopsises vague, if that makes any sense, just to make the video go on a little bit quicker. But first I have The Wit and Wisdom of Downton Abbey, which is this cute little small little book, and it's just like kind of quotes throughout the show. So once I'm like actually done with the series, I think I'll go back and look at this, but it has some pictures here and well, but I think it's like highlighting some of the key quotes throughout the series. So this is one I want to read once I finish the series. This was one that I was really excited. This is I had on my wish list for a while. I'm very happy that I got it, and it's called The Alice Network by Kate Quinn, and this is a World War II one essentially, where kind of the aftermath of World War II, American college student Charlie St. Clair is pregnant, unmarried, on the verge of being thrown out of a very proper family. She is also nursing a desperate hope with her loved cousin Rose, who disappeared in Nazi-occupied France during the war and might still be alive. So when Charlie's parents banish her to Europe to have her little problem taken care of, Charlie breaks free and heads to London, determined to find out what happened to her cousin she likes as a sister. And then it goes back to 1915, kind of during World War I, and I think it has something to do with the spies. So yeah, I'm trying to be very fast here, but this is one I'm really excited about, and my aunt read this one and she said it was really, really good, so I'm really excited to pick this one up as well. Like, I'm a sucker for World War II historical fiction, so I'm very, very excited for this one. Next, I have Beneath a Scarlet Sky by Mark Sullivan, and this is another one that I've had on my list. I was really excited to get this one, but it's based on a true story of Pino Lella. I think that's how you say it. Wants nothing to do with the war and Nazis. He's a normal Italian teenager, but his days of innocence are numbered. When his family home in Milan is destroyed by Allied bombs, Pino joins an underground railroad helping Jews escape over the Alps and falls for Anna, a beautiful widow 6 years his senior. So I think this one is also being made into a movie as well, but again, this one I think is really good. I haven't read any ones that are kind of based off of true stories, so I'm really excited to pick this one up, and I've heard really great things about this, so I'm very excited. Next, this is another kind of non-fiction book that I am very excited for, and I've heard nothing but great things about it, and it's The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks, who she was a woman who doctors took her, basically her cells, and without asking, and use that turn that into a multi-million-dollar industry, and for solving like kind of medical problems and all that. And more than 20 years after the fact, her children finds out, and then just kind of the aftermath. So this was one that I'm really excited about. I've heard really great things, and I think this one will be really interesting, I think, to read. Just everything, and just kind of social issues and all that, and just kind of legal, medical, ethical stuff. So I think this one will be right up my alley, and I've heard nothing but great things, so I'm really excited for this one. This is another one that I was really excited to get, so I was really excited as well, and it is The Actor's Life: A Survival Guide by Jenna Fischer, and she starred in The Office, which is one of my favorite TV shows of all time. So this is like her book of basically everything, and it has like pictures in here, probably behind the scenes from like The Office and all that, so I'm really excited to pick this one up, and I think it'll just be fun. I have no aspirations in being an actor, but I think this will be very interesting to get some light in there as well. So yeah, I'm definitely really excited for this one. Next, this is another one that I got for my birthday, and it is The Orphan's Tale by Pan Janoff, and this is another World War II one. So it says 16-year-old Noah has been cast out in disgrace after becoming pregnant by a Nazi soldier and being forced to give up her baby. She lives at above a small rail station, which she cleans in order to earn her keep. When Noah discovers a boxcar containing dozens of Jewish infants bound for a concentration camp, she is reminded of the child that was taken from her, and in the moment that will change the course of her life, she snatches one of the babies and flees into the snowy night. So I think this one will be very interesting and gripping, and I'm really excited. Like I said, sucker for World War II, so yeah, I'm really excited for this one. So these next two books are ones that my cousin got me, which I'm really excited about. The first one is Reconstructing Amelia by Kimberly McCragen, and basically it's when a single mother hires a kind of a detective basically it's when this daughter, it's basically the premise of this, it follows a girl named Kate who is a mother, and her daughter goes to an exclusive private school in Brooklyn, and they call and tell her that Amelia, her daughter, has been caught cheating, and when she arrives at the school, she is blindsided by devastating news that her daughter is dead and she committed suicide, and she is told by one of the students that Amelia didn't jump, and so this is her trying to put everything together about her daughter. So I think this one will be really, really gripping, and I've heard really great things about it, so I'm very excited about this one. This is the last book that I got from my cousin, and it is Homo Deus: A Brief History of Tomorrow by Yuval Noah Harari. I have his first book, Sapiens, which I haven't read yet, but I'm really excited for this one. This is kind of basically the new human agenda and where humans are moving and all of that stuff, and just kind of analyzing present humans and kind of our future. And so I was an anthropology major, so like this is like really, really interesting for me. So I really want to read Sapiens first, which covers basically when humans started, like basically like the formation of humans and everything like after that. So I'm really excited, and this is totally up my alley for the anthro nerd in me. This is actually my aunt's book that she gave me, and I don't know anything about it, but it's called The Baker's Secret by Stephen P. Kierman. So I don't really know anything about the premise of this, but I know it is connected to Normandy, a small Normandy village, and kind of the resistance and the resilience that the people had, and kind of D-Day. So I'm really excited to pick this one up. My aunt's really also into getting really into kind of World War II stuff as well. No thanks to me, but yeah, I'm really excited, and she said this book was really good, so I'm really excited for this one. Okay, so these next two are from my brother, and the first one is The Magicians by Lev Grossman, and this is a book that I've heard a lot of things about, and some of them are very polarized, but I'm very interested to see where I fall into it. And so yeah, basically I don't know anything about this, and I don't want to know anything about it going into it, so I'm not going to have a synopsis. I'm sure you can find a lot of this on Goodreads and on BookTube. And then this one, I'm really excited. This is going to be the first book that I'm going to read in I'm going to read this in January for sure, and it is Stronger by Jeff Bowman, and this is basically his autobiography on his experience losing his legs during the Boston bombing, and just kind of his resilience through the whole thing. And I'm in the orthotics and prosthetics program, so this is like totally up my alley, because he has lost both his legs above the knee and just kind of all that. I really want to see the movie as well. So shout out to my brother George for getting this for me, because I am super excited, and I think this will be really interesting just to read, especially because I'm going to be helping people like this, so I'm really excited. And then after I see that, like after I read this, I can go watch the movie, so I'm super excited. So these next three are a bunch of Downton Abbey books. You can tell there's like a theme throughout the haul here. Two of them I got for Christmas, and the other one I found at a used bookstore. So the first one is Behind the Scenes at Downton Abbey, so it just kind of goes in depth of behind the scenes again. This is something that I'm going to read after I finish the series. This one is The World of Downton Abbey, which it goes into depths of like kind of the culture and the history side to it, and the characters, and kind of tying everything in and what was going on during the war, like the world during this time and the different time periods, because the show does bounce around and kind of culture and all that, which I'm really excited about. This show is just, I'm loving it. Lastly, this is one I found at a used bookstore. It doesn't have a dust jacket anymore, but it's called Downton Abbey, A Celebration, and I think it just kind of, again, talks about the show and kind of the estate, the village, the characters, and all that fun stuff. So like I said, I'm really loving Downton Abbey right now. Next, I got all these Harry Potter related books for Christmas and birthday. So this one was Harry Potter, A Journey Through a History of Magic, and this is kind of in through the 20th anniversary of Harry Potter, and it's kind of the art behind it and all that, the art that went behind the exhibits and all that. So I think this one will be really interesting to read, and kind of the art from the illustrated editions and all that, which I think will be really neat. And then I also got Harry Potter, A History of Magic, which is again another one of the 20 years of anniversary, and it just kind of goes behind, like, I guess, like, again with the art and all that, but this is like the UK Canadian edition and all that, so they're a little bit different. This one is a bit more in depth and all that, and charms and mandrakes and all that, and how everything was brought to life. So I'm really excited to kind of have these and look at them. They're very well done. This was another one that I got, which I thought was really cute, and it is The Wizarding World, A Magical Yearbook, A Cinematic Journey, Imagine, Draw, and Create. And it just has basically little tidbits throughout the movies of Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts, which is just something a little fun and all that. And then lastly, this was something that I was super excited for, and it is the illustrated edition of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and it is just beautiful. I listened to the audiobook that is narrated by Eddie Redmayne, but I haven't read the physical book, and it was hard picturing what the animals that they talk about look like and whether I've seen them in the film or movie. So yeah, I'm just really excited, and it's just really well done and just bringing everything to life and all that. So I'm really excited about this, and I definitely will be reading this in the new year. And lastly, this is something that I'm super excited about, and it's Wonder Woman: The Art and Making of the Film. So I think it just goes into depth of the kind of design of the film sets and the visualization of everything, and also kind of behind the scenes as well. I was really excited. I wasn't expecting to get this, so I am very much excited. I love the Wonder Woman movie, so I'm really happy that I've kind of have been able to add this to my collection as well. Just kind of they go in depth of the director and her side of bringing Wonder Woman to the big screen and how they wanted to make it different and all that. So yeah, and it also talks about the training regimes, the armory and all that, and kind of how they coordinated like the big fight scene on the beach. So I'm very much excited to kind of go through this, and I'm a huge Wonder Woman fan now, so this is just amazing. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this really long haul. So I'm not going to be buying any books like for the next month. I made a goal for 2018 that I have to read all the books that I have on my bookshelf at school before I can read these. So it'll be a while from until you kind of hear me review these books, except Stronger, because this is kind of related to my schoolwork and my career and all that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I know this is a very long haul, no pun intended, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.